Welcome to JEE Studymate. This is the home page of JEE Studymate. You can see we have hit the books, crack the test, dashboard, homework, and various other features. Let me take you to hit the books. Let me hit it. You can see physics, mathematics, chemistry. Let me take you to mathematics. You can see there are various chapters here, coordinate system, quadratic equations, and so on. Now, when you hit any of these chapters, you can see there are sessions coming on your right. So this says straight lines is discussed in 8 sessions. Now, when I hit a chapter like, say, quadratic equations, you can see this is discussed in 9 sessions. Now, you can hit any session. For example, I hit session 2. It talks about discriminant, nature of roots, problem 2. You can hit, say, session 6 for a moment. It talks about graph of quadratic expression, graphical properties, sign of quadratic expression 2, and problems. So that's how each session has some concepts or ideas that are discussed in each session. Let me pick up a small chapter like, say, locus. In locus, we have session 1 and 2. Let me hit session 1 and 2. Let me hit locus, digital lecture.
Welcome to mathematics classes. We are in the chapter locus. This is session 1 and 2. The aim of this session
You can see each session has its own aim. The aim talks about what is going to be taught in that particular session.
An equation of locus. We shall end the session with a discussion on reduction of the equation of locus into the Cartesian form, given the equations of the locus as parametric equations. Concept number 1. Locus, the set of points in the plane and only those points satisfying the given consistent geometric conditions is called a locus. Another way to visualize this is that there is a point which has to move in the plane. When subjected to certain conditions, as it moves, the path followed by it is what is called the locus of such a point. We shall look at an example. Take a fixed point C and a moving point P. Now this P moves with the condition that this CP, that is distance of P from this fixed point, is always a constant. Let's call it as R. Now as P moves, satisfying this particular geometric condition, P has to move, but there is a condition given that distance CP should remain always a constant. We shall see how P moves, the path traced by P. So this becomes a circle. This fixed point is referred to as the center, and this distance CP, R, which is radius.
Here you can see the way problems are discussed.
Theta from 1 and 2. The eliminant is simple because sin square theta plus cos square theta.
The entire equation is solved before you get the answer.
Y by b power 2 by 3 is equal to 1. When we try and trace the movement of it, when I observe, we see that it traces this curve which is called an asteroid.
You can see how very simple animations explain you the concepts in detail, which otherwise you find it difficult to understand. Let me take you back. What we have seen is digital lecture. After every lecture, you can see there is something called a quiz. Take quiz now. The purpose of this quiz is to test your concepts of that particular session. You can mark the answer like this. Check. It says you got this question right. You would like to see the explanation or go to the next question? I got it right. Let me go to the next question. I can mark answer, say A. Check. It says you got this question wrong. So here, after every question, you immediately get to know whether you understood that question or not. I'll mark B. Check. It says you got this question wrong. Try again. I already tried twice. Let me give up. You can see give up here. The moment I give up, it tells me that I initially marked A and the right answer is C. If I want to take a look at the explanation, I have an explanation right here. Now, when I actually go back, you can see for this particular chapter locus, there is what is called ebook. When I click ebook, here comes the PDF of the study material. So here you can reduce this, or you can see as the full page, right? You can go to the next page and so on. You can read the chapter on the ebook itself. So what we have seen is every chapter has an ebook. They are divided into sessions like this, and each session has a quiz. Like session 1 has a quiz, there is session 3, there is a quiz, and every session has its individual concepts taught in detail. Let me take you back. Now let's take a look at physics.
Let us study about positive work. Till now we were talking about zero work. Now work done, we again say Fs cos theta, because we have taken force it at an angle theta with respect to the displacement. Okay, Fs cos theta. Now here the component is F cos theta. This component is F sin theta. So if the force or component of force is parallel to displacement, then the positive work is said to be done. So positive work means that the force or its component is parallel to displacement. Or I can say when theta is between 0 and 90 degrees, always cos theta value will be positive. Therefore, work done is positive. Force and displacement, component of force will be in the direction of displacement. So work done will be positive. What do you mean by positive work done? Positive work signifies that the external force favors the motion of the body. Now in this case example also, if we can check in, he is applying a force in this direction. This is the direction of the force. Whereas the body or the suitcase is displacing itself in this direction. This is theta, and here theta is less than 90 degrees. Therefore, positive work done. So it is favoring the motion, external force. Body is moving along because the component of force is in the direction of the displacement. Let us see. So when theta is less than 90 degrees, the work done is said to be positive. And positive work signifies that external force must favor the motion of the body.
Let's go to the next feature of JEE Studymate. Crack the test. So let me hit mathematics. You can see you have enough practice tests out here. JEE Mains and JEE Advanced for locus, straight lines, JEE Mains, JEE Advanced, chapter level test, and so on. Let me take you to JEE Mains. Take test. So basically is more of a practice and less of a test. So you can, it's like an assignment wherein you have so many questions for you to solve at home and check whether you are able to solve the questions. You can check using an OMR. So here is an OMR. You solve a question, you can mark answers on this OMR, and you can submit the test. Hey, I got 8 out of 174. That's lovely. Let's review the test. So when I review the test, I click OMR here. You can see if I get a correct answer, it's like green. If it is red, that shows that I got it wrong. So I have not attempted here. So you can see all greens for the right answers. So you can check how you are performing across various chapters. Let me take you back. Very similar to what you did in JEE Mains test, you have a JEE Advanced. Here is another interesting stuff. Chapter level test. You want to test yourself how you are doing on the chapter. Let me check. Take test. So you have questions on that particular chapter. You can mark one after the other. You can go to question number 2. You can see this particular test is more like a test and less of a practice. You immediately don't get answers. You have to go to question 1, 2, 3, and so on. So today, let me take you directly to question number 15. Check the answer and press the submit button. It says you have not attempted question number 15. You have not read these questions, but still I would like to submit. Oh, I'm bad. I got just 0. So I can review the test here. It says I marked answer A, but the correct answer is B. I want to check the explanation. I have an option here to check the explanation. So that gives me the explanation of that particular question, how to solve it. So we have seen hit the books, crack the test. We have other interesting features like dashboard, wherein we have what is called health meter. There's a new tablet, so it shows only 0%. But still, let's take a look at usage data. It says for mathematics, I spent around 22 minutes. In physics, I spent around 2 minutes. Let me click mathematics. It also tells me that I have spent some time with locus and straight lines. It tells me the amount of time spent and also the number of times I have visited that particular chapter. So here it also talks about JEE Mains, chapter level test, JEE Advanced, session 1. So exactly it tells me what I had been doing on that particular chapter. Now we have features like homework, inbox. Let me take you to inbox. So here is a place wherein we send you regular tests, lot of information about various chapters and some interesting stuff about maths, physics and chemistry, and most importantly, we send you interesting stuff on aptitude, current affairs, interesting things happening across the engineering world and the world beyond. So here you have something like in kinematics test, you have a view option. You also have something like a download option. So there are situations where you will download the test and take the test, and here is a test where you can view and just not view but also take the test then and there, just like this. Okay, let's go back. This is what JEE Studymate is all about as on date. I hope this interesting mate, your friend, will live with you for 2 years and make a huge difference to your preparation. I'm sure you'll score more with JEE Studymate. Thank you.